is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I got a quick little short video. I have a reaction here for the new Avatar 3 film coming out. Avatar, Fire and Ash. Alright, so just gotta say real quick before I jump into this one, when I saw the first one, I fell in love with it. Mostly the visuals though. The storytelling was still very good, but the visuals were just mind-blowing. It was such a fresh perspective for me, artistically, right? So I very much enjoyed the first movie, and I was actually pretty satisfied with the ending on that one. I wasn't really looking for a second or third or fourth part. So when we got the second one, I was like, all right, I'm kind of, I'm jumping in on this one too. The second one was The Way of the Water, so Avatar, The Way of the Water. And when I jumped into that film, when I saw it, I think it was not as good as the first one. I think it had a lot more to show, so much more visuals. I mean, I can't complain about that. There were so many new characters and still continuing to show just amazing scenery, all of the animation or the CGI. It was so well done, just like the first one. But the storytelling was not that good. And I think it was because I was already pretty much done with the character of Jake. And I forgot the girl's name now, Natiri. So I liked both of them in the first one, but when I saw this second one, I was kind of checked out. I was like, all right, I kind of wanted just the story to end right there. I was good. So when they came up with this new one, the Way of the Water, they pretty much just focused the story on his son, and this is a character. I mean, there was two of his children, right? One of them had a very tragic episode, right? But I can't really give that away for those of you who haven't seen the second one. But all in all, I think that I still got to get more, just kind of more into this character of his son that is continuing pretty much with the legacy there. And they're going to bring in just all kinds of new characters as well. I feel like the visuals are still going to be great. They're not going to be one bit disappointing for me. I'm still going to be in awe when I see these films. But I think the storytelling, I'm a little bit worried about that. So I don't know what this one's going to be about. I don't know who they're going to introduce. But we know that in the second film, there was kind of a cliffhanger, right? It didn't end. It just had like a continuous, what is it called? Like a continuation at the end for another film. So we all knew that there was going to be another one so that they can continue, so they can get to the conclusion of the whole story. And here we are. They brought in the new film, Fire and Ash. And this is where probably, hopefully, they're going to finish up the story, because I think I just had enough of these characters. I am pretty satisfied. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but I just think that I think we can come to a finishing point with these characters. Anyway, guys, let's check this out, and then I will give you guys my thoughts right after the trailer. Beautiful visuals. Look at that. So this was from The Way of the Water. Recognize all these scenes.
The strength of the ancestors is here.
There's the whales.
You cannot live like this, baby. In hate.
I really love that actor though. Jake, that's playing Jake.
If there's something you can do, then you must do it.
Look, there's red people now?
No, Spider. And we will find another way.
Wow. That's this cool shot right there of Jake. I like his hair. What they did with his hair.
There's no dominion here.
Oh no, they're not red. They just got the red stuff on them. Alright, you guys, there you have it. That was Avatar Fire and Ash, the trailer. So, I mean, fantastic. First of all of the visuals are still as good as the first one. This one is definitely going to focus more on the kid, the son of Jake and Natiri, or both of their kids. So they're basically, yeah, just going to continue the story with all the kids. It's going to be like pretty much like the Avengers films too, where they're going with the young Avengers now. At least that's where I thought they were going. As well as like the X-Men films. They got a lot of young people now too for the X-Men films. This is the same thing. So they're just kind of like all the adults are getting older. So they're going to start or continue the story with all the children. And I think that's fine. That's pretty much to be expected. I like the shots that we saw, especially like the action shots with Jake. I love Jake's new look, his hair. It looks super cool. And we can see that he's finally going to get his final fight with the Sergeant. I even forgot that guy's name. It's been such a long time since I've seen these films. But I think that was also a pretty badass character. And I'm going to be very excited to see him again here. As, of course, in the form of Avatar. Because his human form died. Just his consciousness is in the Avatar. So we can see that all the humans are pretty much gone in these next two films. They only had the humans in the first one. But now these next two films, as we saw in the last one, are focusing more on just the avatars. And that's fine. I just think that their world it just never gets old. It's always nice to see new visuals, new sights, new animals, beasts, whatever they come up with. It's just such a fresh look all the time. But the story, I can see is pretty much derivative of the rest of the stories I've seen before, where just the young people take over. And I think the films, this is where they lose their their hype in contrast to the first films, where a lot of people were excited and you had these grown characters with a lot more experience and stories to tell, right? Like more backgrounds. When you have such young characters, it's very hard to tell a story because they don't have much backgrounds. They don't have much experience yet. So it's always good to start stories with older characters, in my opinion. Not that young characters are a waste of film or anything, but it's just very challenging to think of an interesting story for young characters. So anyways, the focus is going to be on the kids pretty much on this third one, and you're going to have new characters like the tribe that has all the red clothing on that are probably going to be maybe the villains or anti-heroes of the whole world there. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but I think the real threat is still going to be the Sergeant, and that's pretty much it. Maybe there will be like a threat in the mid-film, but then at the end with this red tribe, but at the end they'll kind of become one together again, and they'll maybe fight together against the main enemy. I'm not sure, but I expect that in this film. So anyway, guys, that is it for this reaction here, or for my thoughts. What did you guys think about this trailer? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching this with me. I'll see you all on the next trailer reaction. Peace.